Okay, we are about to get right in. And Fault. Hi T, glad to be here. How are you? Hope playing has going. You're early, yep. Hi Zaga, glad to be here. How are you? Hope playing has going. I'm early. I'm earlier than the usual streaming time that I'm having, but you know, thanks. Sometimes it's good to be on time, sometimes it's good to be slightly late, it depends on our situation. So here I am, slightly earlier, and what we are going to do is, I guess it's pretty obvious, we are going to draw directly. We are going to for sure try to finish the illustration for Raora. Today I've got enough free time to draw for 4+ hours, it was fun for sure. Let's go! Let's go. Want? What you want? The spaghetti? So yeah. Touch tail? Oh. Alrighty. And Tia, what did you draw? Tell me. Can't wait. And yeah, well, you know, just one of the general things that we are going to work on is just going to be trying to figure out this illustration, you know, just trying to go around things a little bit and make a nice shading for it. I guess it's going to take some time. Some of the elements are definitely not working. So yeah. And yeah, so I am hoping that this week is going to be along with I think one of your messages was taken out by YouTube. I can't see it in the chat on YouTube and in our chat app. I got mine or two, some traction on Twitter, depends on what you define as traction. Traction is activity of other people on under your posts, so like comments, likes, shares. So like how much to how huge group of people you've actually reached out with your posts. Oh no, I formatted the sentence pretty poorly. And on some good news, I drew face OCs. Nice! Nice. Yeah. It's okay. So, to be fair, I've been doing some, you know, side hustle, a side art hustle, if I can say that. I've really quickly grew the DeviantArt account. I think I want to do something similar for this one, but there's still other things I need to do. I got a couple of replies, retweets, but just from the people who are in the conversation. I see. It's okay. Also, huge news on, you know, in the on the Vtuber scene, right? There's a Vtuber who graduated, and basically one of the things was that actually it got well, the stuff that the agency was getting her into started to be a bit too crushing. which could appear that actually a ton of things that the HoloLive VTubers are doing is actually not really done by the agency. So for example, I think they're making their own thumbnails, which is probably one of the more problematic things. And supposedly, you know, there's been a lot of like heart-to-heart talk during her graduation stream, and I guess State of HoloLive is quite specific. I guess it's, you know, it might have been a bit difficult for someone who didn't really got around it, you know, like who didn't really got around like taking care of the channel. I guess they don't really have that many managers. If I remember correctly, they've been changing a little bit their the way how their company is working, right? Because HoloLive is a company. So I could assume that actually a certain portion of their managers went out, which means some talents had to take up some of the things. You know, some of the tasks from them, which usually are quite difficult to go around, to be fair. Also, don't mind me, I might be talking weirdly or breathe weirdly, I don't know why, but my chest hurts when I'm breathing. Bad sign, but yeah. I think it's because I've had way too much coffee today. Isn't the whole thing about agencies that they do this stuff so streamers don't have to for a share of money? That's the thing, and apparently there's a huge thing going on. Because mostly, yeah, that's how it looks like. Mostly this is exactly how agencies and stuff are working. So yeah. Also, T, what were you talking about that you've got some replies on your Twitter? Yeah, that's exactly how it goes, because for the share of money, they like help them manage the entire channel, so the streamer can literally just focus on the thing. But for example, Fauna said that she is stepping off from HoloLive because actually she didn't really like the direction in which the agency was going, and I'm assuming that's exactly that. So agency started, like told them, it was just from that oomph and another friend, you know, it's okay, yeah. I have no idea who oomph is, but but okay. So yeah, the unfortunate twist of events, I'm assuming that actually HoloLive reduced the amount of employees. Basically, VTubers had to take up some tasks from those employees, like for example, some managers, artists, and stuff. So they are not getting much. So yeah, you know, I think the thing, I believe that the thing is that they've kept their share of money, but told VTubers, okay, you do all the stuff you need to do. You know? So that's that. It's very problematic, so to say. Because if, for example, this is how it goes, that means VTubers would be as good as just working on their own. Because why bother if they still have to do everything by themselves? And you can see that for some streamers the things changed a little. Like for example, some VTubers started using the same thumbnails over and over again for certain kind of streams. Like for example, what I do. And that means that the thumbnail is not being changed. And that might be because, for example, they don't have a thumbnail to change. So yeah, that is actually one of the things that kind of shines a red light. I've seen Yagoo is currently under fire because of you know, because of that, because Yagoo is always saying that he hopes that that he'll be doing his best to change Hololive for better, and that some of the and that the talent, well, more talents and their viewers are going to be able to smile and reduce the amount of people leaving, but things are not changing. Things are not changing. People are actually, I've seen actually people saying like, you always say that, but nothing is changing, or if something is changing, it changes for worse for the talents. It kind of, yeah, it kind of bothers me. I'm glad though that the VTubers managed to that some of the talents that decided to leave are actually managing to thrive on their own without the Hololive behind them, you know? But I guess since they've already had to take these tiers, it was just a, you know, it was just a step that was about to happen. Oomph, one of my followers' friends. Oh, I see. Never really met with anything like that. Hi Karen, good evening, how are you? Hope everything is going? I just had some hot chocolate instead of coffee, and I'm getting really sleepy. Oh no. Why did you went for hot chocolate? Also, when you are doing hot chocolate, add some coffee. It's going to enhance the chocolatey thing. Oh yeah, Zaga, that's exactly how it went, you know? That's exactly how it went, and I think they are literally changing it just so talents have to now, are kind of on their own right now. Like, of course, there are certain talents that already had their own channels going on and they know what they are doing and how to grow their channels and keep at it, but the main issue is that, you know, some talents went in hoping for better, and they kind of are now probably now they kind of feel like they are back to square one. So not really good move from Hololive, not really good one. I'm gonna say that actually they could do a better move. Oh well, I guess, if you actually look at Yagoo's other companies, because he had some in the past, I guess you can say that he didn't really, he had more or less the same thing, like as if he had an idea, and later on something happened and the idea failed over time. So like the business started going down. Aren't all VTuber agencies just bad though? That depends. That depends. Because most likely VTuber agencies are talent agencies, and it depends on it actually depends on people, who's your manager and stuff. It's like going to work, you know, it's just for content creation. And you don't even have to be like a VTuber. If you are making content on YouTube, there is a chance that some talent agency is still going to talk with you. There are headhunters just walking around smaller channels that recently started getting around. The only one that I didn't hear bad thing about yet is Face Connect. There were dramas about Face Connect. There were already dramas about it in the past. Like literally the only thing you couldn't really hear much about was Hololive. But I guess it was because they had like very strong policy for non-disclosure agreements, so VTubers couldn't really talk much about things. And I see that right now there was something happened, and there was a huge explanation to why this specific VTuber decided to leave. And yeah, now it's actually causing some issues probably. It could have stirred up things a little. Also, it's nearly as much right now probably as a normal 9 to 5 job at the office. So they also have to do like PTOs and stuff. Actually, I think about Face Connect, there was a bunch of dramas. Globby had a drama, and recently closed their doors. Like the thing is, I feel like VTubing was for a while like a huge boom, and now a lot of people are just trying to get out of it or going indie. Now it's popular for people to go indie. Previously, people were actually murdering each other for joining a VTuber agency. Now a lot of people are just leaving it and joining, becoming an indie VTuber. Okay. Okay. To be fair, I feel like I could do much better with some kind of a manager myself. I was thinking about maybe searching for something like that, but as much as it sounds good, it's very dangerous. Because a lot of people like that are going to actually ask for access to your channel, and I've heard some inside talks that some people actually lost their accounts because of that, because the manager either wanted to be very petty and literally change the password to the account, making someone lose everything. Or the managers actually were turning out to be a bit worse than you could expect them to be. Because, for example, they, so you know how it is. Sometimes people are trying to dive into things that they don't know about, and by that, someone might like try to lie their way around. Someone is not sure how to check things. Take person who never really done any managerial stuff when it comes to the content creation. Those are different ways of doing it, by the way. So if you ever would be wondering, managing a content creation account is way different than managing people at the company. I'm trying to figure out this thing. I guess that's that. So yeah, I'm not really going to get that much into details on the on quite a few things. Remember, the further away something is, the less details it's going to have, so I'm not really going to work on the details here, on those, right? Yeah. Too bad. I'm really hoping that talents are not experiencing any problems, because apparently there was like prevention of leakage of the information. Also, that's why a lot of people had literally no idea about it. So yeah, there might be something going on even further. That's really good song for some reason. I really like it. That's like genuine hip-hop that used to be back in the days. I like it. I've never really liked the idea of rap and stuff, because the genuine rap back in the days was about like life experiences and everything, right? Now it's about bragging, which I just despise, and for the longest part, hip-hop was actually going into the direction which was always trying to express yourself somehow, or talking about some issues and trying to figure out solutions. It's not like every hip-hop was of course, it's not like every hip-hop was about this, but like that was one of the main things. And in general, it was like how it's supposed to be, you know? Just kind of trying to tell a story. I wonder how all other people would be doing their environments. I really suck at it, even though recently people, like someone literally told me off for saying that I suck at at environments. Like, so, like, you know, I've said, oh, I suck at the environments. Well, I hope you like it. And the person literally went like, what's wrong with you? It's not bad. I don't know. I guess it's just my charm, or I just see, I don't know. Maybe I'm just seeing things or something. Usually that's a sign that your brain has informations that your muscle memory is not couldn't learn yet. Or just, you know, that you couldn't learn in practice, basically. Hmm. And yeah, there we are. Almost done with that side. Yeah, we want to still make like how it would look like in the background, I guess. Like this. Right? Because now you can see that it's translucent, right? You can see that things are going on in the background of it. Surprisingly, I've managed to pull it off, but I thought that I've almost messed this thing up as much as I've messed up the dress at first, right? When we were doing it for the first time. I like the wall. I like the wall. It's actually properly lit. I need to get some white. Oh my. Dearest gracious. There we go. Still too dark. Okay, now better. Okay, we've got it. But yeah, yeah, we'll see. We will see how far things are going to go. I wanted this to be rounded over here, so we are going to actually make a trick like this. Yep. And now it's going to look rounded. Especially when we'll take white and go on top of it like this. Yep. I need to color this because I kind of messed up. Pick white and yeah. Like that. There we go. Better. because it's actually on top of many things here. And yeah. Also, folks, tell me about your plans. I would love to hear them. For some of you, it's already starting to be a night, as much as for me, for example, because it's 19:16, so 7:16 p.m. Yep. And now let's make a nice gradient here. Huh. Yep. I like this. I'm going to keep working on the painting from last time. That's nice, that's nice. Yeah, I like that section. I think this could be done a bit differently, but I guess if I'll try to do it in any way differently, it's just not going to have the same effect as it has right now, so I'm not going to touch it. I guess it's just going to stand out like a sore thumb. That's looking good because the light from the top and from the bounce light, okay. Okay. And I guess like this. Mamma mia, I did it again, mama. Oh my. Today we're just chilling. I want to finish this illustration ASAP. I want this to be the last thing. I want this to be like the last stream for it, so we've got some task to do. We'll see if I manage, because what I want might not necessarily be up to the proper future, but we're almost done. We're almost done. Yeah, nah, I think I need to have like... I was thinking also about some catching up. I've changed around my how to call it? I've changed around my schedule, daily schedule, because I have a schedule for my daily routine. And I have to say, I think I found time to make some sketches for you know, for DeviantArt and Twitter. We'll see. I will be trying to do some. Not sure how long it's going to take me. After all, those are just sketches. You don't spend much time on sketches. We don't spend much time on sketches actually on stream. You can check how long one sketch was taking us, and it wasn't really... well, it wasn't a record pace, but also it's not like that slow. It's actually the coloring that takes much more time now. Mostly, I guess, because we are rendering things and it's, you know, taking a lot of time and effort, to be fair. Anyways, I'm heading out. It's getting pretty late where I live, so I'm gonna sleep as early as possible to get some rest. Good luck on the stream, everyone. Thanks, T. Thank you, thank you. Take care. And have some nice sleep. Sure, yeah. Let's actually do this. Let's hide Chatini for a quick sec. God damn it. What you think, folks, about the what you think, folks, about the you know, about everything that you have here? I have to say, I really like it. I have to say, it's kind of one of the better backgrounds I've had so far. And if someone looks at it and thinks like, is it? Yes, you're right. It's not really good, but trust me, I'm a character artist, not environmental artist. We don't match. That's why there's a split between them. Okay, and I guess we can take now this and just yeah. Makes sense. And now the metal. Metal is... yeah, metal is metal. Metal is metaling. That's the most anime metal I've ever done. Why? What's wrong with me? Brain, can't you just take that thing and do it for the same for all of the things, please? That'll be really cool, I think. But the brain says no, screw you. Ho 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 ho. Pero. Peperoncino. Was peperoncino in JoJo's? I have a weird like thing that sometimes I just get the name of a character or some just generally a word and it's like, where did I hear it? By the way, I think I figured out one thing. I've been swearing a lot lately, way more than previously. So now I'm kinda trying to bite my tongue. It might be interesting to add a slight blue highlight to the top half of their body that faces towards the window. Also my opinion, I think the shadow cast by the table needs to be a little darker and get lighter as it gets closer to the ground, bounce light. So like darker here, brighter here. Got it. That might work, yeah. Also, if someone was wondering, they laugh like it's actually from One Piece. There's a character Perona, and she, you know, and because I've had like Perona in my mind, it was like Peroncino, and like. Is that JoJo reference? And like... What is your favorite anime character, Love? I've heard many. There was this some kind of doctor character that was like... I think it was also from One Piece, but like Japanese dub. I'm watching One Piece with English dub actually, so that's a main difference. Everything else is like watchable with... surprisingly, everything else is watchable without it, and just, you know, plain thing, but yeah. So I've added like dirt inside of it. I guess that works. But yeah, you're right. I think I might want to add a slight tint of things a little bit. Hi. I feel like some things are not having the proper, like line worker don't have a proper thing. Okay. That one is actually a... That one is actually a thing. Yeah. Slap my Sally and called me bad chicks. Holy. Oh my. Okay. And we want... Okay, so I'm going to now to take the black. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing here. Actually, wait. Okay. What you all think? Too dark? Actually, wait. Yeah. That's exactly what I was lacking. Okay. Because, like, what's the purpose of this table leg being slightly lit up? I guess it was way too much because it seemed like it's actually poking in our direction, even though it wasn't. I'm now just going to take this and add something like this. Yeah, and now it looks like it's actually on the same, like, it's just standing straight, you know what I mean? I guess the same thing can go here, slightly. Yeah, makes sense, okay, I like it. Now I really can't remember any animal laughs. Also, I think over here it should be like this. Yeah. And like... It's alright though. I don't know actually what other anime laughs were there, you know? For sure, Perona's laugh is very, you know, specific, you know? Like, very memorable. Also, you shouldn't be able to see as much of that edge. Like this on max. I've come to suck blood, and not only. God damn it. Imagine. Do you think we'll actually manage to get that thing around? Actually come to the completion today? It looks like I'm just constantly making changes, add-ons and other things and it's just not going anywhere. The only one I kinda remember is Seeds from Shadow Anime, but he laughs in every episode. I see. Who else had a laugh moment? Light. Yeah, Light's stream. Light's laugh was really memorable too. You know, when he was caught, you know, he starts laughing and then, that's right, I'm Kira. Well, I want funny laughs. Who had funny laugh in anime? There was one, yeah. The gif I sent the other day. Which one? I don't remember. Good. Is it me or is this song kinda making my brain bounce off of the walls of my skull? Yo. Oh yeah, Brooke's laugh is also very iconic. Yo. Our brains are frying, trying to decipher light paths. True. Especially when I can't imagine things, so I'm just letting go. Okay. I guess we're at the last step. I guess you're at the last step. Also, folks, since we are at it, and I haven't really added it into the stream, feel free to leave a like. If you are not subscribed, leave it. Also, like, you know, subscribe. I'm not asking for it as often, but like, it's definitely something that would really help me grow the channel, which I'm kind of trying to do. And apparently 50% of people watching on YouTube are not subscribed, and I'm talking here about exactly 50%. We are a quite good, you know, split here, 50-50, because supposedly it's actually something that many people are not achieving, believe it or not. But let's see if we can still have, you know, if we can boost this split a little bit more. On YouTube, it doesn't, to subscribe, it doesn't cost you. On Twitch, it's actually, there's actually a alternative to the word, because subscription is actually a monthly payment thing on Twitch, so you can leave a follow there. I'll be more than happy. Hey, you know, who knows, maybe over time there's going to be something subscribers only, you know, like a special. Usually when I used to still doing things like that, because I was, as a matter of fact, doing subscribers only lotteries, like winning a free artwork or anything like this. But the thing is that only people with longer subscription time could participate, so like, you know, kind of protection from people who are coming to these streams where it's said like raffle for subscribers and stuff, and just subscribing just for the raffle and leaving. That's something I kind of, you know, that's something I kind of done. But I really might want to make a, you know, find a possibility to make a proper roulette out of that. Hmm. Quick question. Is all of that in like any coherent lighting right now? God, please say yes. And please be 100% real with me. Like, I want to hear truth. Is it or is it not? Like, does Raora looking as if she's in the same kind of lighting like rest of her surrounding, or I... yeah. Oh my. She looks a bit out of place. That's what I was worried for. Now, how can I get her into that place? Going around her looks more 3D-ish. Yeah, that's another thing I was worrying for. Hmm. Okay, I guess I've messed up with the environmental. You know, my fault. I've messed it up. Is there like anything I can do? I doubt it. Besides like trying to redo the entire background, I doubt there's anything I could do. Maybe put some effect on it? Maybe due to her having more lines? True. True, wait, actually I can try to do the thing. You know? Having a sticker effect? Yeah. That might be it. You are genius, man. You are genius. Actually, that might be it. Wait. So we are going for something no bigger than 5 pixels and Yes, yes, I think we are getting it. Oh my god. Is it saved? Oh my god, it might be saved. Fog. Chump. Yeah. It looks the 3D-ish effect. Oh my god. Did something good happen today? Something good happening today? No. Well, not for me. I've had another slow day. But I can't say anything good happened to me. Oh my god, I love it. Wait. We are doing it. We are doing it. Yes, yes. Literally save this one. Why the questions again? More cheery than usual. I'm just trying to, I'm just trying to relax and change kind of the way how I'm doing stuff. That's the thing, like I'm not swearing, so I'm not, I guess when I'm swearing I'm getting more and more angry, I guess, or like passive aggressive even though I don't feel like it. No idea, maybe. I haven't really sworn, if anything, maybe not as much. But yeah, I'm feeling way different. But yeah. just kind of trying to make it more appealing, you know? Also trying to control myself. Didn't you hear their chest hurt? It's happening, their heart is growing 3 sizes. Bruh. Oh yeah, it might be because I might have lack of oxygen in my bloodstream, because literally when I'm taking deep breath, my chest hurts like hell. Or I might be having a heart attack because of the amount of caffeine. But Yeah, nah. Probably nah. Most likely. Of course, I'm joking. Tomorrow probably I'm not going to drink caffeine. So, to ban. Because at work I've had like 3 coffees. In the morning I've had 1. And then I've had like 500 milliliter energy drink. And then I came back from work to house and I've had another coffee. And I kind of exchanged drinking coffee for drinking water. I mean, I'm drinking less water and drinking more coffee, which is bad for me. But yeah. Yeah. I guess that's that, you know. I feel like I'm controlling myself a bit better. And that's the magic trick. You think? Sonic, my name, speed my game. I'm Sonic the Hedgehog. Same, dehydrated. Yeah. Okay, it's better now with breathing. I don't know what happened. Also, I guess my boss didn't really interfere with me as much, so I could just, you know, mentally rest for a little bit from him constantly standing over me. Because, like, to be fair, he thinks like I'm not doing much. Like, okay, I am slacking off at my work when it's slow, okay? Like, who wouldn't? But like, you know, I'm still delivering him things that he asks me to, so it's kind of irritating that he feels like he needs to stand over me, but I guess it's just his internal ego, you know? Because he's literally saying that he's doing that because he has no idea what I'm doing. And he needs to know. And it's like, too bad, man. Too bad. I ain't gonna write you any updates. How about making a wooden spoon? I need a burger. Hamburger. 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 Straight from Hamburg. Bro, imagine if hamburgers would actually be from Hamburg and not from America. That would be crazy thing. Imagine, right? As if. flying as an autistic person. They can fly? The answer is yes. You just grow wings, I guess. Or something. The avionic person? Yes. Can you imagine if Phineas and Ferb were actually in in an asylum, and all of the thing that's happening in the show is just their imagination, because they're like locked up, can't move and stuff, so they're in like overactive imagination is at play. Do you think oranges are called oranges because they are orange, or orange is called orange because orange? Hey Alexa, code. Hey Alexa, play Despacito too. I read somewhere, but don't remember.
Can I borrow a friend, Dad?
Are you going to give it back, son? I wonder what would happen to me in an asylum. Would the drugs mess up my brain chemistry and I would finally be able to see my imagination? Doubt. Actually doubt. Apparently for people with an imagination, drugs have way different effects. And I mean, it also depends, because you can land in an asylum, but it doesn't have to mean that just because you landed in an asylum doesn't mean you are going to be medicated so hardly, you know? Sometimes there are just some weaker medicine. Like, it depends on what you went to the asylum for, you know? Like, for example, people that are landing in an asylum because of depression are most likely just getting some blockers to block the happiness hormone creating portion of the brain, and sadness hormone creating portion of the brain. The color came from the fruit, which was originally naranja, and it somehow became orange. Funny thing, in my language it's narangs, which sounds like English pronunciation of naranga. Damn.
A wonder in the cup.
I don't know, man. I've heard horror stories of people being fed things to make them passive. Yeah, because for example they were aggressive, you know? Like, they can't really feed the meds if people are unfit. It's not like someone is not passive and not aggressive, so it's not like someone is just a normal person trying to hang out because, I don't know, they've just made some poor life choices or something. It's not like they are going to feed them meds just to make them passive on purpose, so they wouldn't have to worry about anyone just doing anything to people. You know what I mean? Because that would be at this point, I think that would be like considered a crime. Imagine if Raora would come in and actually say something about my artwork. Imagine her like saying, "Hey yo, actually, this background needs a rework." Just all of it. Just all of it. Straight to the tree. Please. Davis Enki. Oh my. More like naranj. Oh, naranj. Oh, like orange. Orange. Okay. Oh, that's why we have the name Orange. Oh. Oh. That makes sense now. Bruh, imagine. Imagine, if only. Am I right? Mesh transformation. I need 3. Yeah. That many? 3 squares and 3 squares? Yeah. Yeah. Yip 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 yip. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Bro, like, could you not? That goes here. That goes here. And... Okay. Okay, wait. I guess this section... free... transform... Meep, 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 meep. Meep. came to suck blood, and not only. I got cake. Let's go. Cake. Cake. It is a variety pack. Ooh, that's nice. Pretty nice. Okay. Mm-hmm. Blur, Gaussian blur. Maybe not so powerful, because we still want to see some details, but let's do this. And now, what you think? With or without the thing in the background? I guess like without it. French cheesecake, chocolate, cookies and cream and caramel. Is French cheesecake with raisin? You got it as compensation.
Oh,
My hands, especially my right one. I don't know what's going on, but I absolutely hate it. No, it's my brother's birthday. Well, happy birthday to the birthday boy. Don't mind me, I'm in silly mood today. Time to still bag the cheesecake and put raisins in them. Oh no, Davis, at least it's not the left hand. That's a sign of a heart attack. No, like, I've got rheumatic issues, so it's like, you know, I'm 25 and I already got some you know, rheumatic issues, right? So like, the weather is changing because it's been minus like 5, and now it's like not going below 0, so it's like 0 to 2 degrees Celsius, and it was like a difference between one day. So also now the outside looks like the freaking scenery from that one Stephen King's books, Mist, right? So it's like white. It's just white, especially because some of the snow is still left. So it's just, it looks like someone put the freaking render distance too low. I hate it here. What do you think? What do you think, folks? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it enough to call it a day? Tell me, folks. Tell me. Yeah. Come to where I live. No snow, just cold. I actually like snow. If it's cold, I want it. I want there to be snow. I like it. Okay. Now, does it still look... Does the background still look 3D-ish? That's the main question for now. Because if it's not, then we Gucci, we kinda saved it. If yes, then I guess too bad, gotta watch out for it next time, I guess. Or maybe learn how to finally make good backgrounds in anime. That's much better if I'm sitting here like that, to be fair. Much better. I'm not repeating things over and over again. I'm just going with the flow, I guess. Although it was necessary to make all of that for the background, it was definitely necessary to do it, you know? Like, one of the issues that I've had was actually that messed up perspective. I need to operate with the ruler a bit better for the next backgrounds. And I should be good, you know? Another thing is for sure the coloring of it. Right now I'm like analyzing what I've done wrong. Well, wrong. What I could do better. There you go. There are no goods and wrongs. It's just, you know, the thing we're going into. Because you can see that we've done the background, but the background just looks way too 3D-ish. So I kinda need to figure out the... how to make it not 3D. And then that's it. The cat pose needs some love. Oh yeah, they are a bit rough around the edges, true. The thing about Chatini is that Raora has been promising them a jetpack. So I guess that's like Chatini's dreams coming. Yeah, coming. That's it. The Chatini dreams are coming. Yeah. Alrighty. I'm wondering what we are going to do after that. For sure I want to make the banner, but I don't think, like, right now. But we're already at 2 hours. Almost. 2. So I'm wondering, do we want to keep going or do we want to just leave it be for today and just do our thing tomorrow? Leave it be. I mean, you know, like I'm thinking, I was thinking about like, okay, we are finishing it for sure after those touches. I guess we are going to call it done. But I want to make also a banner for my, you know, for my channel and just generally my accounts. I want to make a new banner. I haven't really done it in a while, especially now as I've got a bit better idea for my anime art style, so I can just make it looking nicely now. Just as I've done the thing. Also, that's literally the perfect position here. I suppose. Okay, let me save it. PNG. Well, that could be a different stream. Yeah, that's the thing. I was even thinking about just sketching, but again, we are like hour 51 minutes into the stream, you know? I'm going to save it as no text. No text. There we go. So that's without the text, that's with the text. Yep, yeah. But I was really thinking about going in for some sketching. I haven't really done much sketching. That's one of the things I really wanted to do. I was even trying to do that before the stream. That's why I've got this blank page, I guess. For those who haven't seen, let me just quickly get around that thing. I was playing around a little bit with my sketches. That like that was some time ago. In the last week, I just made this quick sketch of like a demon girl, demon lady. I really like it. I really like this kind of sketches. I really like those. And I feel like I could use a bit more. They could use a little bit more love. Especially that I'm aiming for a little bit of a kind of the same like style of sketching that Rino Tuna does. So like for example he's, you know, doing something like this, right? Devil Demon. Yeah. Oh. Oh my Zeg. But yeah, I really want to go around with making sketches like that because that's also going to help me out a little bit with figuring stuff out. Like for example, how thick the outline is supposed to be, you see? Because the inside you can see that it's very thin. That's something I really want to go for, like I want to make the sketches having like very thin insides and slightly thicker liners, outlines, because I want to use it also for my usual thing, you know, for my usual drawing stuff. Yeah. You know, that's something I really was wondering. Bummer. Bummer, bummer, bummer. Not really. No, I don't think that would be considered bummer, but still though, still a little bit of oh my god, my back. I'm sitting too much, I guess. So yeah, I'm yeah, I'm just wondering about this. Because there's much more sketches by him, and a lot of sketches are like literally the same, you know? Just something I guess I'll have to look into. Bunch of, you know, not only sketches but also like character designs, I guess. I still want to make the good portfolio, but that'll take a long while, you know? Yeah. Oh well. Oh well, oh well, oh well. Yeah. So let's try to come to a conclusion. So again, folks, OF, what you mean? So let's come to the conclusion, folks. The thing is that I guess I'm going to wrap up the stream. It's 2 hours. We finished the artwork of Raora. And you know, it's like it's going to be a bit problematic. I wish I could stream longer, but of course I also have some things I want to do off stream, and of course work, right? Like work is one of the problematic things of it all for now. But yeah. Yeah. So. Folks. Thanks Zeka, thanks Karian and Muta for being active chat on Twitch. Thanks Steve for being active in chat on YouTube. Hope no one actually had the problems with YouTube not showing the chat messages. Hope you've had just some chill, you know, chill watching sessions. And stay creative. And hope to see you all in the next one. Take care and